Hi everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with another wax empties, what I have been warming, weekly home fragrance roundup, all of those buzzwords. I feel like I have a pretty full basket. I don't know if there's just like extra things piled in here, but I feel like this is exceptionally full. So let's get into it. I think I'm going to start with the Scentsy non-clam wax items, I guess, as I normally do. So went through another bag of cotton cleanups. I guess I just emptied these into my bin that I have of cotton cleanups. Somebody asked why I have date stickers on these, and the way I had them organized prior to the way I currently have them organized, they were kind of in like a jumble, and I was just trying to keep track of like which ones came in first and which ones came in after that, I guess. Like I was trying to put them in chronological order, because I know they're paper products and they don't have an expiration like the wax does necessarily. I still want to continue like rotating them. I don't want to just let like the one that was sitting on the bottom sit there for like ever and ever and ever. I'm trying to rotate through them. It's just what I like to do with things. If you're not new to my channel, you probably know my rotation tendencies. So let's continue on. I have some oils. No, maybe not. Maybe no oils. Okay, let's talk about these pods quick. I took out Sparkling Magnolia, and honestly, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I felt like these did okay in the pods. They weren't strong, but they were fairly long lasting. So I'm pretty sure I just picked up a couple more of these in the flash sale that happened today. They have gem hairs on them, naturally, of course they do. But yeah, I feel like here in the like small bathroom and here in my office, I feel like they lasted for quite a while, and I could actually smell them. Like I would get whiffs of them and stuff, which was shocking. I probably could have left them a little bit longer, but I wanted to switch them out for first day of fall. So can you blame me? But yeah, I think I picked up some more of these in the flash sale today, which I was really excited to see because, like I said, I feel like that's an unpopular opinion. People didn't really love that scent, and I feel like I'm one of the few. And then I also have a blueberry cheesecake going. I did not obviously this isn't my newest pod by any means, but this is in the rotation somewhere. They're downstairs in the bathroom, and they're really nice in there. I really like this scent. I wish it's not available in pod. I never bring a catalog. Why would I be prepared to talk about Scentsy? I'm pretty sure these are not catalog pods. Obviously, they were offered at some point, or maybe another region has them or something, because they've come up a couple times in like clearance or flash sales or whatever, but they're really good. Like if they're pods currently, I will definitely rebuy them, but I feel like they're not for some reason. And if they're not, which I feel like they should be, so this is really, really good. I'm a huge fan. I think blueberry cheesecake might be the next brick I get. You guys know I don't need any more bricks with all the bricks that just came in with the holiday launch. That's actually launching pretty soon. Like when you're watching this, it's like only a couple days away. So 10/17 is when the holiday bricks launch. Get ready, guys, because who doesn't love a brick? But I really want blueberry cheesecake, but I need to hold off, obviously. Okay, I finished up a little car bar situation. I bought a 6-pack of car bars a while ago, and essentially what I did is I just picked out like the 6-pack. I picked out 6 that would kind of get me like fall to winter chronologically, like kind of through the end of the year. And then what I also did is kind of figured out like, okay, if I buy 6 and I want to use them by the end of the year, how long can I leave each one in my car? And then I'll rotate them, and then I'll get through them by the end of the year. I just like did a little math, and it worked out to be like just over 2 weeks, which you could probably leave these in longer, but after about 2 weeks, I feel like they do definitely die down. But after I take these out of my car, if you guys are new here, I actually put them on my work like key set. So currently they're starting off 2 weeks in my car. They're going for 2 weeks on my little like my work key fob thing with my hand sanitizer and stuff. It just like makes me happy as I walk around the building. I'll like get whiffs and I'll be like, something smells good over here. And I'm like, oh, it's me and my keychain. Like, it just makes me happy. So I had previously on the keychain, I think this is pumpkin roll, which I'll be honest was not very strong in any of the locations. It really wasn't. Even now, it just kind of smells like whatever the stuff is that it's made out of, with a hint of like a little bit of spiciness, like sweet cinnamon spice. And then I had cider mill going. So this is the one I currently have on my work keychain, and it smells so good. Like, I'll get whiffs of it. It was definitely dying down in the car, but having it on my keychain is very nice. So have that going currently. I feel like that one could last a while. So what I will probably do if it comes time and they're still on my keychain and they still smell, sometimes I'll like put them in my like sock drawer. I had Autumn Hearth in my like t-shirt drawer, and I had it in there for like a year, and it was like still like leaving like lingering scents on my clothes, and I just keep it in like my nighttime sleeping t-shirt type drawer, if you know what I mean. And I took out some of the clothes that were next to it and I put them on, and I was like, what smells so good? Like, it's so fall and warm and whatever. I had an Autumn Hearth car bar in there. I totally had forgot about it. So I will just put them in random places, honestly, if they still have scent. And then when I find them eventually, I'm like, oh, that was fun. I'm glad I did that. But currently I have going in the car Bright Cider Life. I put this in on Monday. It's only Wednesday. It is still going amazingly strong. This is an amazing scent. I have this in my melting basket to warm if they could stop bringing out so many new scents and I could get back to my melting basket. I can barely smell it in this packaging anymore, but it's so lovely. And I feel like each year, like, I loved it the first year it came out. I was totally obsessed with it. And I feel like each year it just like keeps getting better. I love Bright Cider Life. It's so, so good. Definitely give that one a try if you have not already. It's a really, really good one. Okay. I feel like we only have clams left for Scentsy. Let's maybe have so many clams. I did such a good job. I can't believe it. Let's talk about this little scent cup of the next month's scent of the month, which is Sweet Orange and Evergreen. This came in my whiff box, which I just opened today. And I took this out and I popped it actually right here in my office, in this warmer right here. I would say this is roughly 2-ish cubes of wax. It smells like nothing now. I should have kept the lid on it. Anyway, this scent originally in the whiff box when I opened it, I said it kind of reminded me of the lumber aisle or the lumber yard, like at a Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards situation. Don't know if you guys have different home improvement stores wherever you are locally, but those are like our three main ones. So it kind of smelled a little reminiscent of that, but like the tree, like the actual cut down trees were maybe like in the next aisle. Like maybe you were in the tree aisle and the lumber aisle was right next door. Like that's kind of what I was getting. It was better on warm, but it was so light in here. Like I only had this much to test. So like I didn't have a good size to go off of. Like I wasn't going to do that in my open concept. But also sometimes this office specifically, depending how things are placed, like this is my Scentsy sample cart and I like roll it all over like my office to do things on, and obviously it's a mess right now and whatever. I feel like wherever that is has an impact, like my chair, my setup, how much stuff I have in here. Like I feel like this room has been getting harder and harder to scent, but some days I feel like it's really good and some days I feel like it's really bad. So I feel bad testing these in here because I feel like it's not a good like control area. I feel like some days I just don't get performance, but I also don't have another good place to test them. So we're gonna keep rolling with it. This was better though on warm. I'm getting my kit soon. I'm excited to test an actual bar, but I felt like it was lighter or light-ish. Could be the room, could be the fact that who knows when they pour these or what the status is with these. And this isn't like a real clam, like it's in a totally different packaging. Like it doesn't close very securely, it's open. Who knows how long these sit in these pre-made boxes beforehand. Like there's so many factors to these little sample cups. I wouldn't base my whole, like, I know I'm getting bars, so I can easily test it again. Like, if I wasn't a consultant, I guess I would use this as an example, but since I am a consultant, I'm not gonna like base my only opinion on this tester. I hope that made sense. Sorry about all that. Okay, I have the holiday trio. Let's maybe start there. Okay, let's start there. So first we have, let's pull some scent notes. We do have these handy. I knew I did. At least I'm prepared for one thing. Okay, let's start with cranberry orange cider. Cranberry orange cider. Tart orange, cranberry, apple, and cinnamon sticks. This wasn't bad. It reminded me, it was, okay, these bars, let me just preface all this whole 3-pack. I made samples with these for my customers, and so I had like 5 cubes left in each of these bars to test, and I test them in my open concept. Just a disclaimer, like that's how I split these up. So I feel like certain ones I need to retest with a full bar, but that's what we're initially going off of for my review. This hair is driving me nuts. So this one wasn't bad. It was actually fairly strong with the only 5 cube situation. It has like a distinct bubblegum note to me, and like the bubblegum, like Scentsys bubblegum, like that minty baseball, like whatever, you know, people compare that one, like the baseball card bubblegum, like that's what I get. That's the specific Scentsy bubblegum scent is what I get in here. It's definitely tamed down, but I get that, and I wasn't expecting it. When I was making samples, it kind of came out and I was like, that's kind of weird. And then when I was warming it, it's like, I was like, this is a really pretty smell, but I don't like that part of it. Like all the other parts of it were pretty, but that's like the first thing that hits my nose. So I feel like behind the bubblegum scent, you get the orange, the cranberry, the apple, the cinnamon. It's like a nice cider, but somehow in those combination of whatever's going on there, I get like a bubble gum, like a minty, but like I can, when I smell it, I can like envision tasting it. It's like the weirdest thing. It's so distinct. It's like the first bite of Hubba Bubba where it's like kind of minty and like that gum type flavor. It's so interesting. I'm so curious to see what other people think about this, because I'm like, I need to ask Corey what he thinks about this, because like if he also gets that, and I need to watch some reviews and stuff, because I feel like this would be a good one. But there's no way that I'm gonna like fall in love with that scent with that bubble gum. I mean, never say never, I guess, but that's definitely not like a club contender for me. Okay, next we have maple vanilla glaze. This is buttered caramel, dark maple, and caramelized sugar. I was really nervous with this one because in the clam it smells so heavy, achy, sweet maple. And I'm cool, semi-cool with achy sweet, but some maple and borderline butterscotch sometimes are like almost over the line. Like caramel's cool most of the time. Maple like sometimes takes it just one step too far. So that's why I was nervous. And as you guys know, we've had like the season of maples. It's been all about the maple this fall. While this was actually going, once again, all the maples, I think there's only been 3, but it seems like there's been so many. All of the maple scents this fall really change on warm to me. So honestly, I feel like to give any of them a fair shot, you gotta warm them, because what they smell like on cold and what they smell like on warm are 2 different things. This was like a really pretty, really sweet take on a vanilla scent. Like it wasn't just vanilla, it was like vanilla, caramel, sugary, sweet, like I guess you could say there's maple in there, but it wasn't like, this has buttered caramel. It wasn't buttery to me, which I was nervous it might be. this, with only the 5 cubes in the open concept, was so strong and died so fast. Like, it was apple cherry strudel vibes where it was like, I'm here, I'm strong, I'm out. Like, it was good while it was going. However, I could see a full bar of this almost being too much. But I could also see maybe mixing in like a almond croissant or something of the sort would be also really nice with this. So I'm definitely going to play around with this, because while it was going, I was like getting really excited. Like, I like this one. And she died quick. Like, she died really super fast. I was kind of shocked. But anyway, and then today I am doing swirling snowflakes. So today is actually my work from home day. So I didn't get to do a brick this week because I was testing this collection. And I don't know what my next week's situation is, because I really want to test the bricks next. So it might be an all brick week. But anyway, swirling snowflakes. This is sparkling peppermint, fresh air, and eucalyptus flower. So in the clam, this reminds me of a combo between NHL Fresh Ice and Olaf. It kind of does still remind me that as it's going throughout the air. I will say the 5 cubes with this one in the open concept didn't hold up very well. I don't typically do these types of scents in my open concept, but I'm really struggling with scenting my space. I think I'm just to that point where I've just like overstimulated myself too much, and I need to take a step back, which we will talk about definitely in this basket of things I still have. So I would probably initially have put this in my bedroom. I've actually taken a warmer out of my bedroom, so I only have one in there and an air purifier, and it's just not it's not efficient enough to do the whole room effectively. So I was like, I'm testing this in my open concept. And I do feel like Linda or somebody made the comment, like, I need to be more strict with myself. Like, if I can only get it to make it work in like one specific small space, is it really a club, like, love it? Or am I just trying to like force it? She kind of made the comment, like, if I can't use it in more than one space, so like multiple uses, I need to reconsider my club situation. She commented that on my club video, and I was like, you know what? I really do actually agree with that. Lately, just kind of some things I've been changing. And you guys know I've been having a ton of like club edit thoughts. So I really do agree with that. So I tested this there. It didn't hold up very well. I would love to try a full bar of it just to see. But I think at the end of the day, I think the eucalyptus part is what's throwing me. I think it's too much of a combination between the NHL Fresh Ice and the Olaf, that the Olaf almost leans a little bit bakery, which I feel like this one has the start to, but then it almost has like the fresh finish of NHL Fresh Ice, which has to be like the eucalyptus, whatever's going on there, because I like what's happening at the start, but I don't love how it's kind of ending up all together in my space. I think it's just the eucalyptus is giving it something that I don't love. So honestly, like, I don't mind it going, but I don't think at the end of the day, this is one, I thought it was gonna be my favorite, honestly. I think my favorite out of the 3 is actually Maple Vanilla Glaze, which is the one I was the most nervous for. But even that one is like, it's very, I feel like there's a specific audience for each 3 of those. And I don't know if I was the audience for any of them, honestly. So thought swirling snowflakes was going to be my end all be all, but I think I'm just going to stick with my Olaf and my Fresh Ice. So I think I'm just going to use the bars I have, and I don't need to club it because I'm trying to get better about that. So I actually have 2 bars here of icicles and evergreen because I made some samples. I'm trying to get my brick samples together. So I actually have those 2 bars. Let's see. I did some mixing. Okay, this is what I had going in the bedroom, bathroom / whatever. Oh, I do have an oil in here. I knew it. So I worked on some vanilla bourbon I think I worked on this before I switched up my warmer situation. And then I also worked on some glacier water. So I'm trying to decide what my warmer situation is in the bedroom. At first, our bedroom is right off of the living room. So if we keep the door open, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't keep the door open, like the scents are conflicting, like they're competing each other, whatever's in the bedroom and whatever's in the open concept. Then I was like, why don't I just put whatever's going in the open concept also in the bedroom and leave the door open? They can like commingle. But I had taken a warmer out, so now there's only one warmer in the bedroom. It's like the hardest place to sit. Like the one warmer is just not pushing it. It's not doing enough. So I'm like, why force that to be like, I don't know. I'm just kind of conflicted. So I think what I'm going to try next in my scenario is to once again keep the bedroom and the bathroom the same. So if those scents like commingle, whatever, but hopefully it's not strong enough in the bedroom to push out into the open concept because I just have that one warmer. I hope that made sense. Like, I probably don't need to explain all this to you guys, but I feel like it's nice to know if people are like, oh, this scent was so strong, I did it in my bathroom. Like, you have that understanding, like, okay, they said it was strong in their bathroom, not in their open concept. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I did glacier water in the bathroom and it was really strong. I did 4 cubes of my warmer in there and it was booming. It was like overtaking the bedroom from the bathroom. I really like this scent, you guys. This one's in my club. But vanilla bourbon, I will test this, and I think I'll do this, the combo of bedroom and bathroom. I really like vanilla bourbon too. Okay. I did some mixing, and I think I'm down to the mixes for my Scentsy bars. So I started with Cider Mill and Scary Good. So I did these in my open concept and potentially the bedroom. I don't know where I was at in this cycle, but I did both of these in the open concept. I felt like these would mix okay together. I didn't do like 1 cube to 1 cube or anything. I kind of did my whole split. Like, you take this side of the house and you take this side of the house and we'll just let you mingle. I'm loving Cider Mill this year, you guys. Loving it. It smells so good. I don't know why I hated it. But I feel like in the past it reminded me of like a pear. Like I got a lot of pear notes from it. And I feel like I'm not getting that anymore. So I'm a fan. And then we have Scary Good. This one is like a sweet pumpkin. It's like not pumpkin and cinnamon. It's like pumpkin and butterscotch or something along those lines. So it's a different take on pumpkin. I like it, but I'm trying to decide, like, do I love it? I'm really stuck on my pumpkins right now because I'm kind of considering unclubbing, demoting cranberry pumpkin spice from my club. And I don't know why I had in my head, like, oh, maybe I'll replace it with Scary Good because they're not the same. But I don't know if I will either. Maybe I'll axe both of them. I'm just kind of in a rough spot with my pumpkins currently. So that one's good, but like, is it a love it? I like it for sure, but is it a love? It's Scary Good. Okay, then I did some more mixing. I did graham cracker crunch and apple cherry strudel. Gotta have it. So I did these half and half again. I didn't mix them directly together. I will just say, first of all, graham cracker crunch totally overtook apple cherry strudel, and I love that graham cracker crunch. Like, the whole time it was going, I'm like, why don't I warm this every day? Like, that's what I just kept thinking to myself. Like, why do I wait so long to warm this? Like, which I know if I warmed it every single day, like, it would get so boring and I would get so tired of it. But I was just like, oh, I just love you. Like, why are you not always going in my house? You smell so good. It really overtook the apple cherry strudel. I like apple cherry strudel. However, it is strong, just not as strong as graham cracker crunch apparently, because this was like a mass overtaking. It was like, you're not gonna smell. I want to be the star. I really like those two though, if you can probably tell. Okay, and then my last Scentsy mix here before I get to my oil. I had been doing the like half kitchen, more bakery scent, half living room, more like seasonal scent. And so it was kind of like a warmer day. So I was like, what can I do? So I did a sweet plum pastry, and I thought a good pair might be cotton candy cookie. So I did, once again, these 2 full bars in my open concept. This was the day that I realized, like, I might be overdoing it. Like, this many cubes, I don't live in a massive house with high ceilings and all the fancy things that I see other people on YouTube. Like, you know, the more famous people, like I watch Decorate With Me's, and they're like, you know, they got their 2 couches in their living room, and they're decorating their whole like 15-foot like high banner up their stairs, and like all these fancy things. Cool for them. So great. You probably need a lot of wax to fill your house. I live in a townhome. Like, I need to be realistic with myself. I don't have a 2,000 square foot giant situation, but I was acting like I did. So honestly, this day, I will say, these scents almost blended together too well that I couldn't distinguish which was which. And I don't think that helped my like scent situation that day either. I was like, at the end of this warming, I was feeling so overwhelmed by how strong this was, and like it was really getting to me. So at that point, while these were going, I was like, I need to take it down and just do a bar in my open concept. Like, not 2 bars, just a bar and no more. So I really have taken the warmers down. I think I'm only using 3 warmers at the current time, just because I'm like, I need to take it back to basics. I went to go visit my mom, my parents, but my mom just had like, I know I've talked about this before, but you walk into her house and it's just like, you know, something smells good, but you almost can't pinpoint where it's coming from because it's just light and in the background. And when I visited her, I was like, I can't imagine, not that we get a lot of guests because we don't, but I was like, I can't imagine what people would think if they walked in and I was doing this. Like, they would probably be so overwhelmed. Like, I was overwhelmed, and I'm a scent person. I can't imagine what they would feel like. And so I was like, I need to slow it down. I need to slow my roll. Will I go through my waxes fast? Probably not, because I won't be doing 2 bars at a time. But I'm like, even if it's not as strong and I have to change it more often, but it doesn't overwhelm my senses, I might be happier. So I feel like Beth and some other people have been talking about this, like, I'm kind of stepping away from the whole like so intense, every breath you take, I need to smell something good type situation. Like, if it's just really nice and throughout my house and I get a whiff of it as I'm like walking around and doing my daily things, and then I change it the next day, I'm not mad about that. Versus, I can't breathe right now. Like, I need to open a window or shut some warmers off because it's just so intense. So I'm trying to be more realistic with my space. If we move to a bigger house, then hey, maybe I can put out more warmers. I mean, I still have my warmers out, but I'm just using them more for like decor, like my pumpkins and stuff. And then I just have 3 element warmers going to like scent the open concept. And then, like I said, I took a warmer out of my bedroom. So I'm trying to just, like I said, be more realistic and not, I mean, when I had those going that day, like I truly felt, I feel like Amy, I'm sorry I'm going off on like this kind of tangent, but I feel like this needs to be said. We are here to like review what's happening with the scent world, right? So I feel like Amy Scents and Songs has addressed this before, like where she almost had so many scents going at a time, like she started to get a nasal drip. And I felt like that was me when I was doing that combo. Like, I was trying to burn a candle that day. I obviously have like my little plugins in the walls. I was doing those 2 bars to my open concept. And I feel like all day I was just like nose running, like I've been having almost like a super dry nose where I've been like bleeding as well, which I don't think is affiliated, but like that with the running and all of it. And then it was almost, you know, like I just felt like it was overtaking me. And then I was like thinking of Amy also saying that, and I was like, I feel like this is me right now. And also I have Jem, so like I can't imagine if I feel certain ways, how does Jem feel? So I've been toning it back. So right now, like those last 3 days I've been doing the holiday scents, just that holiday scent through my open concept. That's it, and I've been happy. So I'm thinking I'm going to continue that, and we'll see where we go. And then the oil I worked on was toasted vanilla cranberry. I do have my oil diffuser also in my open concept. I haven't been using it a ton. I just did get my new shade, so I do want to start using it more. But yeah, I feel like that is far enough away from the warmers. It's kind of like around the corner, so it kind of like helps that area. Okay. I have, let's maybe do these quick 3 vendor waxes because I have candles still, which I'll go through the rest really fast. So I'm sorry for talking for so long. I hope your Saturday is going well. I hope you grabbed a coffee for this video this morning. I finished up 2. So I have sugar cookie latte, which I actually did over the weekend. And I did this in my candle lamp in like a empty candle jar. It was 2 little chunky cubes from Rose Girls, and it was like I couldn't smell a thing. These are for over a year old, so, but I should have did it in my tea light, but I was being lazy and I didn't want to clean it up, so took the easy way out and I couldn't smell a thing. I finished up also Cider House Donuts. I have talked about this many times before. It's nice, but it's just like a really basic, like not as good hot cider donut from Homeworks. So that's empty. And then I also worked on I Put a Spell on You from L3. And this is all I've worked on for vendor wax. I have been incredibly bad about snoozing my alarm lately. And I feel like after a certain hour, that sounds so dramatic. After like a certain time, when I, like, say I actually start to get up and get ready, if I'm like, oh, I only have so much time, I'm not going to put in a wax melt. Like, I'm already running late. I don't have enough time for that. So that has somewhat affected that situation. So I only worked on those 3. Okay, Wallflowers quickly. I emptied 3 that I can't, okay. These 2, I don't know what they are. This one is Paris Cafe, and it literally is, someone else was talking about this, but it's like so thick in here, it like almost wouldn't suck up anymore. It's Paris Cafe, did I say that? It also like doesn't even smell like Paris Cafe anymore. I don't know why it did that. I've never had that happen to me, but I also saw someone else talking about this, maybe Robin. That could be totally wrong, I'm sorry. But someone else I was just recently watching was saying the same exact thing. I think it was Robin. How they like took this out and they were like, it's like not, it's like thick and like sludgy and not sucking up, and I'm taking it out. So I have 3, 2 that I don't know, and a Paris Cafe. I'm gonna put those right in the trash. And then a caramel pumpkin swirl. This one was really amazing. Like all the way to the end, smelled really good. And like bakery and like goodness, and would 100% rebuy. The notes are luscious caramel, ground cinnamon, rich brown sugar, creamy vanilla. It was amazing. Okay, and then I also have a Wallflower plug. This is 2 weeks in a row, you guys, that I'm getting rid of a Wallflower plug because it's broken. So the other one was like truly broken. It like wouldn't work. This one's working, but it's almost like overworking. I don't know if you can tell this, but like it's like somehow some of the oils must be like collecting in here and like seeping down. Like I don't know how this is happening, but this is after I've wiped it up, and I just don't, it's making me very uncomfortable. The date on the bottom of this is P4169, which makes me believe this is from 2014. I got this as a gift from someone a few years ago. They gave me like a cute little thing and they had this in there, which was so exciting. But it is kind of old. So I wonder if that has to do with it. Like maybe it was just made different back then. Cause I mean, 2014, that is a while ago, I guess, when you think about it. So this is making me uncomfortable. I'm getting rid of it. Okay, anyway, let's talk about candles as fast as lightning. Maybe not as fast as lightning. Like, who am I really kidding? You guys know my channel, right? Okay, but we are going to try and do a speedy. So I worked on Vanilla Bean Noel feel like I'm roughly halfway-ish or more with this. I've really been enjoying it. I did that one a while ago. I worked on actually my vanilla bean. I really wanted to keep this jar, but I feel like it's getting scuffed up and I feel so sad. I burned this one actually for quite a while. I think because of this darkness, I like kind of forgot it was going. So my bad, but I really burned it down pretty good. It was, I'm not marking this one because I really like it, but it's getting scuffed up. Same scenario. I have my strawberry pound cake, which I really, this one's in the candle project. Yeah, this one's in the candle project. That's why it's marked like this. This one I did a really good job on here. So same scenario. I kind of forgot it was going. So my bad. Now this mark is concerning. Like, did I mean to mark it there for my candle project? Or did I do this after on accident? I don't know, guys. I feel like this one burned down really, really far because I forgot it was going. And I mean, it maybe burned for like 4 or 5 hours max. But I feel like it was getting kind of close to the wick clips and there's like a lot left. But I feel like through the wax pool, I could almost see the wick like holder. So we will see how long this one goes. I feel like the single wicks, it's kind of a hit and miss how far they actually like burn down, but I have a candle crock nonetheless, so it's not a big deal. I worked on hot cider donut. This is one, I love this one, how you can see it through the label, like as it burns down. That's so satisfying to me. This one's going okay. No, is it pulling out of the way? It's not, but I have a ways to go with it still. I do feel like this one is just not as strong as I remember it being. But anyway, worked on this because I need to. I worked on Welcome Home. And you guys, this one actually corrected itself. Almost. All the sides had this situation going on. And I let this go, I guess, longer than I normally do. And those completely melted. But now the wicks are so nubby. They were nubby prior. Now they're really nubby. I think this one's just going to go in my candle crock. So it's like very sweet though. So I'm a little bit nervous to put it in the crock because it might be incredibly overpowering, but we will see. Okay. And then I also have pumpkin donut shop. This one's almost like uncorrecting itself. It was doing good. And then this last burn, I like really had to help it along on this one side. It like barely wanted to pull out. I was like pushing the wax down at the end. So we will see. I mean, I can't imagine I have too many burns left in this one and I might have to put it in the crock, but I really want to burn it. It smells so good when it's going. It smells so good in the jar. I just wish they brought this back, but it's fine. And then last candle I worked on just this morning, I worked on Wicked Apple. Happy Halloween. I didn't realize this was a luminary. How fun. I kind of woke up late this morning, like I said, I've been doing. So I didn't give this like a ton of time. And as you can tell, it didn't pull out. This is going to make some people cringe so bad. It'll fix itself, or the candle crock will fix it, you know, like later on in its life when it dies. This one, to me, this was the 2021 iteration. So Wicked Apple was like, I think it's the same notes as the like spooky cider lane, ghostly green apple, creepy caramel drizzle, vicious vanilla bean. I don't know if that's for sure or not, but to me, this one compared to cider lane, I could be like totally just like have this in my head and I can't get it out, but I feel like this one reminds me more of Bath and Body Works caramel apple. They used to have a scent that was just called caramel apple. I feel like this reminds me more of that than cider lane does of that. They're really close, but I feel like this one has more caramel, and I feel like caramel apple had more caramel. I feel like cider lane has like the cider part of the caramel apple, like it's caramel apple cider-ish. So like I said, it could be totally making that up, like it could be just in my head, but as it was going this morning for the first time, I was like, to me, this really is giving me caramel apple vibes, not cider lane vibes. I mean, it's called Wicked Apple. It's called something totally different. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. Apologies for the length, but I'm glad. I feel like I worked through a lot this week. Like I said, don't know how much will be going forward because I am going to try to do a little bit of a reduction to make myself happier physically. So yeah, that's what I have going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you were melting down below as always, and happy Saturday. I'll see you next time. Bye.